Hello everyone, it's me. For those who wouldn't recognize my voice, I currently have a cold, so that's why.
It's so great. It's fun. God, I love how sexy I am.
So patch 3 dropped the other day and wow, it's a long list. I will not go over every single patch note since I want to keep this spoiler free, and I found that in these patch notes not everything was blacked out as nicely as in previous patch notes I found, so be careful reading these yourself. To start, the big changes. Great news for Mac users since they can now play the game. I'm so glad for you guys who had to wait so patiently. Well done and enjoy the game. Then they added the magic mirror to camp. The magic mirror allows you to change up your appearance whenever you like and however many times you like. There are some restrictions though. Your appearance, voice and pronouns and nether regions can be changed, but your race, subrace and body type cannot. Origin characters, hirelings and full elitids cannot use the magic mirror, and cosmetic modifications that are a consequence of your gameplay choices will persist. This was a big feature that was sorely missed, and I'm super thrilled about having it now. Then, to go on with the list, apparently Grym's AI got a bit too smart to the point where it freaked out Larian. They had to dumb him down a little bit, so that should make the fight easier. Yes, insert those morality cores, please. Then the part we are particularly interested in over on this channel, are there any PS5 specific changes? I'm excited to report on a few. The colors on the PS5 controller will now match the elemental damage types more closely. It works really well and it's actually it's a nice touch. I tried it over on PC and my controller does not do it there, so yeah. They optimized how the game handles object selection on controller. I've been looking around in game to what this pertains to. I think it has something to do with the inventory, I guess. I am not too sure, but while selecting the items in my inventory, it seems that the D-pad just keeps moving and makes selecting things easier. I am not sure if it used to do that or not. I feel like when I press the D-pad before, it would just go over to the next item over in your inventory and wouldn't like continue like it does now. I think, I'm not 100% sure though, but yeah, great stuff. They fixed some voiceovers not playing in dialogues on PS5 split screen. They fixed audio cutting out with the 3D audio enabled on PS5, and this was actually one that many people reported on, so this is really great that they fixed this. Then they fixed a crash related to using the delete all but latest option, so in case you want to clear up some save space, which is more common for us PS5 users because we don't have so much save slots compared to the PC, so that's good. They fixed an issue causing some players to get a joint failed when you are already connected error. When joining a multiplayer game, I did encounter this bug before too. Fixed the range of black level calibration for PS5 HDR. Fixed stuttering when teleporting. Fixed the crash that would occur when a second player joined split screen. And when deleting save games, your selection will no longer jump back up to the top of the list. That's so great. Performance and optimization. This is really huge and I love seeing these. They made many optimizations to make sure they reach the quality FPS target in most cases. So they really stabilized at 30 frames per second on quality mode, and they're continuing to work on the 60 frames per second. Like I said, I'm not very into these technical things, so I would definitely check out other channels for this. But it did feel smoother for me. I can confirm that it ran pretty smoothly for me in Act 3 in Lower City, actually in this patch. So yeah, I was very happy to see this. They improved also performance while previewing, shoving or pushing spells, like Thunderwave. They improved performance by disabling far away NPCs with automated overhead dialogues and in-world behavior. So yeah, that's good too. I did notice a bit of NPC pop-in Lower City. I personally am fine with this, but maybe this is due to this. They made several optimizations when moving around the world on controller. There's a very general description, but that sounds good. They improved performance when updating the cursor when preparing a spell. Improved performance in dense crowds, so yeah, that was needed, especially in Lower City. Improved character loading times. Improved minimap performance. I didn't know it was struggling, but great. Yeah, like I said, improved performance in the lower city. They also mention more to come on this, so which I assume they're not quite done with that, which is nice to know that they keep working on it. They also optimized the level up system, which now it kind of queues the level ups. Oftentimes when you level, it's multiple characters in your party reaching that point as well, and it's nice that you don't have to press multiple buttons to go on to the next character. So now it just queues up the next character who has to level up as well, which is, yeah, I really love that. Yeah, they optimized the turn order calculations in combat. I didn't know anything was wrong with it, but good. Optimized how the game handles projectiles. Optimized the lighting in Shadow Cursed Lands. What I still noticed, and maybe my biggest gripe on PS5 at the moment, was muddy face textures when initializing dialogue and in character creation, and more in quality mode than in performance mode. Here in character creation you have to zoom out every time for the face textures to load in. I don't have this issue in performance mode. I hope there's like a fix for this in the future. As for art, they made dye colors more intense and more visible on some armors. Yeah, that's good because it looked very flat on my forged armor from the Grym Forge. This will only affect newly dyed items, so I guess we have to re-dye them to get the effect, I suppose. They made general improvements to cameras, mocap, staging and facial expressions in many dialogues across the game. They fixed pops, jitters and clipping in many dialogues across the game. And they also fixed several strange facial expressions during dialogue, which I am happy to see because it was sometimes noticeable in my playthrough. So yeah, and the list goes on with fixes and improvements. More notable here, they fixed level 4 or higher Divine Smite, allowing you to add Divine Smite as a reaction, allowing for 2 Divine Smites in one attack. They fixed the Divine Smite damage, increasing over the cap of 5d8. The following spells will now correctly break the Sanctuary condition. If you all know, Sanctuary is this spell that protects the one it's cast upon from harm as long as they don't take an action or deal damage to other creatures. But yeah, there's some that can break this condition, and they have fixed those now. There's a list of spells, so you can find them here. Then they fixed the spell Sniper feat. Also, mummies raised through Create Undead can now jump to follow you around better. And I checked on my Dryad and I noticed that, yeah, she can still not jump. They added an option to the default online settings to let you automatically listen in when another party member enters a dialogue in multiplayer. Under the settings, you'll find this under eavesdropping. You can turn it on and off here. So that's, I think, what for me stood out the most from these patch notes. I will link them down below for those wanting to read the long list. Be really careful though for spoilers. I am currently working also on a video about multiclassing. Subscribe if you want to be notified of that one in the coming days. Thank you all so much for watching and have a wonderful day.